Welcome back, everybody. In this Blender video, I'm going to show you just the very basics of how to create a curve. Or, if you just want to connect dot to dot, it's not really a curve anymore, but Blender still calls it a curve. What can you do with curves? A lot of stuff. Curves are actually the basis for a lot of other more tricky, intermediate, and advanced things that you do in Blender. But one of the things my students always want to know is they want to make a custom shape, but they want to sort of be able to draw it out and build the shape from their own little drawing. So that's what I'm going to do here. So just follow along here and see what the basics of curves is. So I hit X. Sorry, I'm going to select my cube and hit X and just delete it. I don't need it. I'm going to add a curve into my scene. So add, don't do mesh this time. This time it's a curve, and take the top one, Bezier. I click, and you can see here I have a curve. Now it's easiest to work with this curve from a top view. So let's go View, Top, or hit number pad 7. There we go. Now, this is the curve. Let's go into edit mode. Okay, or you can hit Tab, get into edit mode, and you're going to notice here when I right click, that's one vertice, so one point. Right click over here, that's another point on the curve. Now, when a curve is started, these curves are weird. You can see each point has these handles, and that determines how it curves. Now I'm going to skip this. I don't want this type of curve. I want an easier one for you guys to work with. So I'm going to go over here to the transform window and go set spline type to polygon. Okay, this is the kind where you just connect the dots like when you're a young kid. So it straightens out. Now, that's my curve. How do I build it and make something a little cooler looking? Whoops, I forgot I was going to stay in top view. Well, here's what you do. You right click on a vertice, and you should remember the extrude command, which was E on the keyboard. Just hit E. It makes a new one. It extruded out another one, and then I can keep hitting E, move it, 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 E, move it. You get the idea. Now, you don't actually have to connect it right here, but I do want to connect it because I want this to end up being the custom shape I made. So to connect it, there's this button right here, Toggle Cyclic. When you hit it, it automatically connects the last point with your first point, or you could turn it off. So it's up to you, but we're going to do it. Now, I'm done my curve. I know you're saying it's not a curve, but this is still called a curve, even though it's just straight lines. So there's my sort of custom shape I've done. That's making a curve. Now, the neat part for making the custom shape with the curve is what you can do with it. So here's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to get out of edit mode, tab. This curve is a little bit different than your other objects. Your other objects were called meshes, and you can edit them. You can't really build too much with the curve when it's like this, so we have to convert it to a mesh. So what I do is I basically go Object, go all the way to the top, and go Convert to Mesh. Okay, so read how that reads. Convert to Mesh. And we're coming from a curve. Click. Now this is an actual model. So when you hit the tab key and you go back in now, this is no longer a curve, and you don't have those features of a curve. This is just like a normal model, like your cube or your sphere. It just looks weird. But here's what we do. I hit A to select all. I hit F to fill and create a face with those points. And now I can hit E to extrude. Oh yeah. Maybe S to scale. Maybe R to rotate. And you can see now, hit tab to finish, you can see how you can basically start with any shape you want. So if I want to do that really fast again, you know, that whole procedure, here we go. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Here's my world. Second time a little quicker. Add, curve, Bezier. Go to top view. Zoom in a little. Hit tab to go into edit mode. Spline type, poly. Select the point by right-clicking. E to extrude. 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 Whoops. Toggle cyclic to close it. And that's it. Okay, I don't know what I've made there, but hit tab to get out of edit mode. Convert it to a mesh. Convert to mesh. Go back into edit mode with the tab key. Select all. F to fill the face. E to extrude. That's supposed to be like a letter J. See, sort of. Anyways, you get the idea. This helps you when you are having trouble making a shape that you're not quite sure how to make. Okay, curve to mesh, and then fill it and extrude it. Thanks for watching.